Hi, I'm Lillian Gray, South African fine artist and owner of the Lillian Gray Art School. Today's video is about what to buy to start watercolors. I'm super excited because my art school has partnered with Art Savings Club to provide you guys with starter kits for watercolors. So everything you need is just going to arrive in a box at your doorstep, no matter where you are in South Africa. So you're going to get this lovely package, and it's always great receiving new art supplies. There's just something cracking about it. And they write you a personal note with every single delivery. So it's really exciting. Let's open the box and see what's inside. First up is your paint. Now for watercolors, they either come in a pan, which is like a little block, or they come in a tube. I really prefer the pan. My reason is that in the tube there's already water added. Now why would you pay for water? As the artist, I want to be in control and I want to decide the amount of water I want to add to my paint. So I've chosen for the starter kit this beautiful 24 set color from, it is just beautiful quality. You'll say professional. It's professional watercolors. It's got stunning intensity of color and great light fastness. The other great plus about this is that it comes in this beautiful tin. I just love this little tin. It's great for traveling. It folds out. You can mix your colors and you've got your beautiful set of 24. Brushes. I mean, you can really go to town with brushes, but I would recommend that you really start just with a small kit. Five brushes is more than enough when you're starting. Once you've committed to watercolors and you really love it, I mean, there are some exciting stuff that you can buy. And I'll show you in my advanced watercolor video of what other tricks and trades and little brushes and things that I love using when I do watercolor. But for now, we're going to start with just a nice range. These are beautiful brushes. They're really nice and soft. They're made for watercolor. You're going to start with a nice big one for your washes, just to build your nice base. You want your mediums and nice and flat, and then you definitely want your tiny little ones for a lot of detail. Now, for those of you that don't know, you do not mix your oil painting brushes with your watercolor brushes. Keep your watercolor brushes aside. One of the extra things you could get is a nice brush bag, but just don't mix them up, guys. You can't go paint with oils and then come back and do some watercolor. A big thing about watercolor is precision and cleanliness. Yeah, I know. So once you damage your watercolor, you can't really go back. So it's really important that you keep your brushes separately, keep them nice, don't let their tips damage, don't just throw them into some box somewhere. Keep them nice. And then my favorite thing in this entire box is masking fluid. Now, I just love this stuff. This is like magic, all right? It reminds me when I was like a toddler in creche and we could do like pull things off and resist. But basically what this is liquid masking tape. So this means that you can preserve your whites in your picture. You can dot down the masking fluid, let it dry, and then peel it off, right? Now, personally, I don't think it's important to have the most expensive masking fluid on the planet because you're going to be pulling it off your painting. It's not sitting there. It's not going to age with your beautiful artwork. However, if you do buy the very cheap and nasty, I've seen that some of them actually tints the paper and it goes a bit yellow, so that's terrible. But this one I find is really affordable, does the job, does a great job, and it just works. So this one I've included in the starter kit. And then your palette. Once again, you get a lot of different palettes. There's like beautiful porcelain ones, which is great if you're more advanced. This one is just a nice entry-level one where you've got your different wells and you've got your mixing. Very important to use a white palette for your watercolors. Guys, do not get a wooden palette that's made for oils. It's not made for watercolors. So this is what's in the starter kit and it's just great to start with. Next up is your paper. Now, if you really want to be confused and overwhelmed, delve into the world of watercolor paper. There's a lot of jargon, there's a lot of technicality, a lot of difficulties, and let's just not go there until you've fallen in love with the medium, all right? And then we can break that down into easy to understand steps. But just so for now, in layman's term, you get smooth and you get rough. So depending on what style you want to achieve, for my starter kit, I've added smooth. The reason for this is that you guys have control and that you can get that detail that you want. And after that, you can start playing around with rougher textures and different things. Now, watercolor paper can get dang expensive. So this one I have fallen in love with, and this is actually what I use now. I don't even use the very, very expensive stuff anymore. This is really my favorite. Now, why such a big pad, Lillian? The reason is, guys, if you buy the A3, it's so easy to just cut it in half and then you've got A4. Where if you buy the A4 pad, you can't do an A3. So I find this is great, and the texture is so smooth, and it is just, it's wonderful. I mean, I've fallen in love with this paper. It is wonderful to work on it. You really get that quality that you want. You get that, it holds it well, it holds the moisture well. I'm just very impressed with this for the price. So this is what is in your starter kit. Everything you need, you can get from Art Savings in one box, and it will arrive at your door. Ding dong! So the only other thing you guys need to get that's not in the box is 2 glass jars. Find nice glass jars that's really clean, squeaky clean. If you're using an old mayonnaise jar, it's fine. Just be sure you clean it properly. The reason for 2 is you want 1 to wash your brushes with and 1 for clean water. Remember, watercolors is literally painting with water. If your water's dirty, your whole painting's going to be dirty. So it's really important to keep your water clean that you mix with your colors. And that's what you need. So stay tuned for our next video on advanced watercolor things that you can buy once you're ready to expand your kit. It's Lillian Gray from Lillian Gray Art School.